Imagine waking in the small hours of the night, the bedroom quiet, but for the soft click of the bedside lamp, as you pad down the hall once, twice, 3 times. Each trip a small theft of sleep, a fragment of patience, a reminder that your body is changing in ways you didn't expect. Picture the frustration of standing in line at a family gathering, shifting from foot to foot because the urge will not wait, or the embarrassment of declining a long drive because you're never sure how long you'll be comfortable. For millions of men, these are not isolated incidents. They are the daily reality of an enlarged prostate. This is not alarmism, it is reality.
Many men begin to notice changes in their urinary habits as they enter middle age. For some, the inconvenience escalates into a persistent disruption of sleep, work, and social life. Yet despite how common it is, the conversation is often muted by embarrassment or misconceptions. People assume the only options are prescription pills with long lists of side effects or invasive procedures. That, however, is an incomplete picture.
Today I will show you 3 natural drinks, simple, accessible preparations you can make at home, that help address the underlying biological processes linked to prostate enlargement. These are not miracle cures. They are evidence-informed, nutrient-rich interventions that reduce inflammation, support hormonal balance, and provide antioxidants that promote prostate health. They are tools you can use alongside advice from your trusted clinician to improve daily life, reduce nocturnal awakenings, and restore confidence. I say this as someone who has dedicated years to studying the intersection of nutrition, botanical medicine, and men's health. My work is grounded in clinical observation, reviews of peer-reviewed literature, and collaborations with healthcare professionals who treat patients across the spectrum of urological conditions. My aim in this video is straightforward: to translate that body of knowledge into practical, reliable guidance that you can apply immediately. Before we go further, let me make a clear promise. By the end of this video, you will know in practical detail how to prepare 3 specific drinks, why each ingredient matters biologically, the best time to consume them for maximum effect, and how to integrate them safely into your daily routine. I will explain the science in plain language, not to overwhelm you, but to give you the context you need to make informed decisions. You'll also learn what to expect in terms of timelines and results, and what signs should prompt a visit to a healthcare professional. Stay with me because the 3rd drink on our list is unexpectedly powerful, and it's the one that many people overlook despite plentiful evidence of its anti-inflammatory properties. If you have tried supplements, modified your diet, or been frustrated by partial solutions, this video is for you. If you are simply curious about preventative measures you can take now to maintain urinary health as you age, you will also find actionable advice here. In the next few minutes, I will first explain, in concise terms, what an enlarged prostate is, why it happens, and what biological pathways are involved. That context matters because it clarifies how and why natural compounds can make a measurable difference. Then we will move step by step through each drink: the ingredients, the mechanism of action, the preparation method, the optimal timing, and practical tips for consistency. I'll also highlight common interactions and cautions so you can use these drinks safely, especially if you take medications. This is information designed for people aged 35 to 70. In other words, those who are beginning to notice changes or who want to be proactive before problems start. The language will be precise and the explanations will be evidence-oriented, but the tone will remain empathetic and practical. You don't need a lab or a medical degree to use these strategies. You only need a willingness to try simple, natural interventions that target the biology behind the symptoms. If you have ever felt resigned to the idea that sleepless nights and frequent bathroom trips are just part of getting older, this video is an invitation to reconsider that assumption. There are interventions, modest, safe, and often pleasurable, that can improve your quality of life. Make a cup of tea, settle in, and let's begin with a clear view of the problem so you can understand precisely how these 3 drinks help. Before we talk about solutions, we need to understand what's actually happening inside the body. The prostate is a small gland, about the size of a walnut, located just below the bladder and wrapped around the urethra, the tube that carries urine from the bladder out of the body. Its main function is to produce fluid that nourishes and protects sperm. For most of a man's life, the prostate quietly performs this role without much attention. But as the years pass, hormonal shifts, particularly involving testosterone and its potent derivative dihydrotestosterone, or DHT, begin to change its structure. Imagine the prostate as a ring encircling a thin straw. When that ring begins to thicken, the straw is gently squeezed. That's what happens when the prostate enlarges. The flow of urine slows, the urge to urinate increases, and the bladder never feels completely empty. Over time, that persistent pressure can affect sleep, focus, and even emotional well-being. This condition, known as benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, is not cancer, but it can still have a significant impact on quality of life. Studies estimate that more than half of men over the age of 50 have some degree of enlargement. By age 70, that number rises to nearly 90%. Yet despite being so common, many men endure it silently, dismissing symptoms as inevitable signs of aging. The root of the problem, however, goes beyond mechanical compression. A key factor is chronic low-grade inflammation. Over time, oxidative stress, an imbalance between free radicals and antioxidants, damages prostate cells, causing them to proliferate and swell. Poor diet, sedentary habits, excessive alcohol, stress, and even environmental toxins all contribute to this invisible inflammation. The result is not only enlargement, but also hormonal imbalance, reduced urinary flow, and sometimes discomfort during urination. To make things worse, as the body ages, it becomes less efficient at metabolizing hormones like testosterone. More of it is converted into DHT, which signals the prostate to grow. Combine that with inflammation, and you have a perfect storm. So when we talk about natural drinks that shrink an enlarged prostate, what we really mean is drinks that calm inflammation, improve hormonal balance, and reduce oxidative stress. When the inflammatory response decreases, swelling naturally subsides, blood circulation improves, and the prostate returns closer to its optimal size and function. Think of it this way. These drinks don't act like a chemical hammer that forces a reaction. They act like gentle gardeners, nourishing the body with specific nutrients that help restore equilibrium. They allow the body to do what it was designed to do, heal itself when given the right conditions. Now that we understand the mechanism behind prostate enlargement, we can begin to target it intelligently. In the next chapters, we'll explore 3 drinks that have been studied for their anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and hormone-supporting properties. You'll see how each one works, how to make it, and how to integrate it into your day. But before we dive into recipes, let's set the stage for why these beverages are uniquely powerful. Our bodies are more receptive to healing than we often realize. Every cell communicates with its environment, responding to nutrients, hydration, and stress levels. When you introduce specific natural compounds through the right foods and drinks, you send biochemical signals that can literally alter how those cells behave. That's why, when used consistently, natural drinks can be surprisingly effective in reducing prostate inflammation. Think of these drinks not as trendy wellness fads, but as targeted nutritional therapies. Each ingredient has been selected because it interacts with known biological pathways associated with prostate health. For instance, certain polyphenols, found in pomegranate and green vegetables, reduce oxidative damage to prostate cells. Minerals like zinc and magnesium, abundant in seeds and leafy greens, support hormone metabolism. And phytochemicals like curcumin and beta-sitosterol inhibit DHT formation, helping the prostate return to balance. The beauty of using drinks is that they are easily absorbed. Liquids deliver nutrients quickly into the bloodstream, ensuring that active compounds reach tissues more efficiently than many solid foods. Moreover, they are easy to incorporate into daily life, a morning juice, an afternoon tea, an evening tonic. Over time, these small rituals can make a substantial difference. It's important to clarify something here. These natural solutions do not replace medical evaluation. If you have severe urinary symptoms, pain, or blood in your urine, always consult a healthcare professional. However, for mild to moderate cases, and especially as preventive care, natural drinks are a powerful addition to a healthy lifestyle, and the results can be remarkable. Many men report sleeping through the night again, experiencing less urgency, and feeling a renewed sense of vitality. These outcomes aren't mystical. They are the physiological consequence of reduced inflammation and improved circulation. Before we begin with the first recipe, remember this. Consistency is the secret ingredient. The body doesn't change overnight. It responds to what you do repeatedly, not occasionally. So when you choose one or more of these drinks, commit to them for at least a few weeks. That's when you start noticing the difference. Now, prepare to take notes or simply listen carefully, because the first drink we'll discuss combines two powerful natural ingredients that have been revered for centuries in traditional medicine and validated by modern science: pomegranate and ginger. Together, they form a synergistic combination that supports prostate health from multiple angles, fighting inflammation, improving circulation, and helping balance hormones naturally. Now, let's begin with the first drink, a combination that stands out both in taste and scientific credibility: pomegranate and ginger juice. This pairing is not a coincidence. It's a deliberate fusion of two natural powerhouses, each addressing a different aspect of prostate health. Let's start with pomegranate, sometimes called the fruit of longevity. Beneath its thick crimson skin lies a treasure of bioactive compounds, polyphenols, tannins, and anthocyanins, which have been extensively studied for their ability to combat inflammation and oxidative stress. Research published in journals such as Clinical Nutrition and The Prostate has shown that pomegranate extract can slow the progression of prostate enlargement by reducing inflammatory markers and improving antioxidant capacity. In simpler terms, pomegranate helps the prostate cells breathe again. What makes this fruit exceptional is its effect on nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide is a molecule that relaxes blood vessels, improving circulation throughout the body, including in the prostate region. Better circulation means improved delivery of nutrients and removal of waste products that contribute to tissue inflammation. So, when you drink pomegranate juice regularly, you're not just hydrating your body, you're literally improving the internal environment where your prostate functions. Now, enter ginger, a root that's been used for over 2,000 years in both Eastern and Western medicine. Ginger contains gingerols and shogals, compounds that have potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. They act on multiple biochemical pathways, reducing the production of inflammatory cytokines and supporting healthy hormone metabolism. One of ginger's most remarkable effects is on DHT, the hormone derivative linked to prostate enlargement. Several laboratory studies have shown that ginger extracts can naturally reduce DHT levels while promoting apoptosis, or the normal healthy turnover of prostate cells. When combined, pomegranate and ginger form a powerful synergy. The antioxidants in pomegranate protect and restore, while the compounds in ginger detoxify and balance hormones. Together, they work like a well-coordinated orchestra, each ingredient amplifying the other's effects. To prepare this drink, start with one medium-sized pomegranate. Extract the seeds and blend them with a small piece of fresh ginger, about the size of your thumb. Add a cup of water and, if you prefer a milder flavor, a squeeze of lemon. Strain and serve immediately. The taste is refreshing, slightly tangy, with a gentle heat that awakens your senses. It's best consumed in the morning on an empty stomach or mid-afternoon as a revitalizing tonic. This is when your body is most receptive to nutrient absorption. Consistency is key. Drinking this 3 to 4 times a week can yield noticeable results within a few weeks. And while this is a natural drink, it is potent. If you're taking blood-thinning medication, talk to your doctor before consuming large amounts of ginger or pomegranate juice. The goal is to support your body, not to overwhelm it. As you sip this ruby-red drink, think of it as nourishment for the body's balance, restoring vitality from the inside out. This is more than a remedy. It's a ritual of care, a simple act of self-respect that your future self will thank you for. Now that you've learned about the first drink, it's time to move on to the second. One that comes from the quiet power of plants and seeds, used for centuries in natural medicine to support men's health in the most profound way. The second drink is a soothing, earthy blend that works gently but powerfully, nettle tea combined with pumpkin seeds. This is one of the most respected natural remedies for prostate health, and for good reason. Let's begin with nettle, or Urtica dioica. While it's sometimes dismissed as a simple wild herb, modern science has confirmed what traditional healers knew long ago. Nettle has remarkable anti-inflammatory and diuretic properties. Its roots and leaves contain compounds that inhibit 5-alpha reductase, the enzyme that converts testosterone into DHT, the hormone largely responsible for prostate growth. By moderating this conversion, nettle helps slow or even reverse the enlargement process naturally. Nettle also helps improve urinary flow. It relaxes the smooth muscles around the urinary tract, reducing that constant feeling of pressure or incomplete emptying. Clinical trials have demonstrated measurable improvements in urinary symptoms among men who regularly consume nettle tea or extract. Now pair that with pumpkin seeds, nature's richest plant-based source of zinc. Zinc is not just a mineral, it's an essential cofactor for hundreds of enzymatic reactions in the body, including those that regulate hormones. In the prostate, zinc acts almost like a gatekeeper, maintaining tissue integrity and preventing abnormal cell proliferation. Studies have shown that men with prostate enlargement often have lower zinc concentrations in their prostate tissue. Regular consumption of pumpkin seeds can help restore this crucial mineral balance. But there's more. Pumpkin seeds also contain phytosterols, compounds structurally similar to cholesterol that can reduce inflammation and improve urinary function. Together with nettle, they create a blend that addresses the two key drivers of prostate enlargement: hormonal imbalance and inflammation. To prepare this drink, boil about 2 teaspoons of dried nettle leaves in a cup and a half of water for 5 to 7 minutes. Let it steep, then strain. While the tea is still warm, you can add a tablespoon of ground pumpkin seeds or simply eat the seeds alongside the tea. Their mild, nutty flavor complements the earthy tones of the nettle perfectly. Drink it in the evening, ideally an hour before bed. It has a calming effect and gently supports nighttime urinary control, helping you rest longer without interruptions. And while we pause for a moment, if you're finding this information valuable, take a second right now to subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to make sure you never miss a new video about natural ways to support your health. Each week, I share evidence-based tips on nutrition, men's wellness, and how to use nature's power wisely. Your support helps this information reach more people who truly need it. Now, back to our discussion. Nettle and pumpkin seeds might seem humble, but their combined effects are profound. They represent the quiet strength of natural medicine, safe, accessible, and scientifically validated. By drinking this tea regularly, you're not only supporting your prostate, but also improving your overall hormonal health and vitality. At this point, you've already learned about 2 drinks that nourish the prostate with precision. One rich in antioxidants, the other grounded in minerals and herbal compounds that balance hormones. But there's one more drink to complete the trio, and it works on a deeper level, reducing the silent inflammation that fuels prostate enlargement. Before we reveal it, let's pause and understand why inflammation is the hidden thread connecting so many men's health issues. Chronic inflammation is not loud. It doesn't scream in pain or announce itself in dramatic ways. It's quiet, persistent, and destructive. It's the body's immune system stuck in overdrive, slowly damaging tissues instead of protecting them. Every processed meal, every sleepless night, every ounce of unmanaged stress contributes to this internal fire. Over time, that inflammation thickens tissues, disrupts hormones, and weakens circulation. Exactly the conditions under which the prostate begins to enlarge. That's why our third drink is so powerful. It directly targets this root cause. It is vibrant, cleansing, and built entirely from natural ingredients that tell the body it's time to heal. The third drink is a simple yet transformative blend, green juice infused with turmeric and lemon. Think of it as nature's internal cleanser, working from the bloodstream outward to reduce inflammation and restore vitality. Let's start with the star ingredient, turmeric. The golden root that gives curry its color contains curcumin, a compound so potent that scientists have described it as one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories ever studied. It works by blocking NF-κB, a molecule that turns on inflammatory genes in the body. When you inhibit NF-κB, you calm the cascade of inflammation that contributes to prostate swelling. Curcumin also acts as an antioxidant, neutralizing free radicals that damage cells. It's been shown to lower prostate-specific antigen levels and support overall urinary health. Yet, its benefits extend beyond the prostate, improving joint flexibility, digestion, and even mental clarity. The second key ingredient is lemon. Fresh lemon juice helps maintain a balanced pH in the body, supports liver detoxification, and provides vitamin C, another powerful antioxidant. Lemon enhances the absorption of curcumin and gives the drink a refreshing, clean flavor. Now add the green base, celery, cucumber, and parsley. These greens are hydrating, rich in minerals like magnesium and potassium, and gently diuretic, which helps flush toxins and excess fluids. The result is a drink that not only reduces inflammation, but also improves circulation, digestion, and energy. Here's how to prepare it. Blend 1 cucumber, 2 celery stalks, a handful of fresh parsley, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, or a small slice of fresh turmeric root, and the juice of half a lemon. Add a cup of water and blend until smooth. Strain it, if you prefer a lighter texture. Drink it first thing in the morning, ideally before breakfast, when your body is most receptive to detoxification. This drink doesn't just help shrink an enlarged prostate, it revitalizes your entire system. It's the foundation of a clean, anti-inflammatory lifestyle, and over time it can contribute to better sleep, steadier energy, and a lighter, more balanced feeling in the body. Let's take a moment to summarize what we've learned so far. You now know that an enlarged prostate is not just about aging, it's about inflammation, hormonal imbalance, and lifestyle. You've discovered 3 drinks that address these factors at their core. First, pomegranate and ginger juice, to enhance circulation and reduce oxidative stress. Second, nettle tea with pumpkin seeds, to balance hormones and provide essential minerals like zinc. And third, green juice with turmeric and lemon, to calm inflammation and support detoxification. Each of these drinks works differently, yet all of them share one principle. They empower the body to restore its own equilibrium. They are not instant fixes, but long-term allies. When consumed consistently, alongside balanced nutrition, hydration, physical activity, and restful sleep, they can significantly improve prostate health and quality of life. Remember, the goal isn't to fight your body, it's to support it. When you supply it with anti-inflammatory compounds, antioxidants, and nutrients, it knows how to heal. I've spoken with many men who once felt defeated, waking multiple times at night, feeling tired during the day, avoiding social events because of urinary urgency. Many believed this was just an inevitable part of aging. But when they began applying these natural principles, when they started adding these drinks to their routine, staying consistent, and paying attention to how they felt, something remarkable happened. They began to sleep through the night. They regained focus, patience, and energy. They realized they could take back control of their health. And this, perhaps, is the most important message. Prostate health isn't just about the gland itself. It's about confidence, peace of mind, and the freedom to live without constant interruption. The choices you make today, what you eat, drink, and think, shape the health you experience tomorrow. If you found this information helpful, and you want to continue learning about natural health, nutrition, and men's wellness, I invite you once again to subscribe to this channel. Your subscription helps this message reach more people who need it, men who might still believe there's nothing they can do. Every week, I share new insights, practical guides, and simple science-based ways to live longer, stronger, and with greater vitality. And if one of these drinks resonated with you, if you plan to try it, leave a comment below and share your experience. Which one will you start with? Pomegranate and ginger for energy and circulation? Nettle and pumpkin seed tea for balance? Or the cleansing turmeric and lemon green juice? Your feedback not only motivates others, but also helps build a community of people choosing natural, informed, and responsible ways to care for their health. As we conclude, remember this truth: your body is designed to heal. It speaks through signals: discomfort, fatigue, disrupted sleep, all of which are invitations to listen and act. The drinks we've discussed today are more than recipes. They're reminders that nature has always held solutions within reach. When you nourish your body with intention, when you support it with whole, vibrant foods and restorative habits, you allow it to do what it was meant to do: thrive. So start with one drink, one small change. Let it become part of your morning or evening ritual. Over time, you'll not only notice physical relief, but also a deeper connection to your own well-being. Thank you for watching, for learning, and for taking an active role in your health. If this message inspired you, share it with someone who might need it. Together, we can help more people understand that age doesn't have to mean decline. It can mean wisdom, vitality, and renewed strength. Take care of yourself, stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video, where we continue to uncover the simple, natural ways to build a longer, healthier, and happier life.